It's hard to write a better comeback story. You lose the state championship in 2019. You lose your entire season to COVID in 2020. In 2021, you're state champions. Kiki comes in at number 6 in 2022. Jaden is ranked 11th in 2023. And Kendall, well, she's already on the list for 2024. Both boys and girls lacrosse, undefeated, headed to the state semifinals. But guess what? You walk over a little bit this way, Sherwood baseball, they're also undefeated. They're going to the state semifinals.
I remember being down here the night they won the Stanley Cup, and you could not find a spot open in these streets. And obviously, because of the pandemic, we're not going to be able to do that just like that yet. But there's 2,100 fans in here tonight. Everybody's excited to be back, and it is coming at the right time. There is a huge game tonight here at Capital One Arena. Like you said, Lakers in town tonight. First game all season that the Wizards have been on national television. Well, you hear from head coach Peter Laviolette about the cardboard cutouts just weren't cutting it for the, no pun intended, for the last 48 games or so. And, you know, we're up here in the 200 section, so I was looking down below during the game, and it was, you saw the cardboard cutouts in there, but it was so cool to see red jerseys. The Wizards trying to get a win in Game 3. The hope was that they would do that and that they would turn the tides of this series, but that did not happen. The Wizards falling 132 to 103 to the 76ers in a tough Game 3 loss. So said he'll always remember his first season, and he'll definitely always remember this last season. Sherwood finishing it undefeated, not allowing a single point. You can see fans trickling in right behind me, and certainly a lot of excitement down here. I talked to a season ticket holder earlier today. Here's what he had to say about the excitement of coming back into the arena tonight. I mean, right behind me, the teams are actually just starting to come out to the field now. Kickoff is at 6:30 for this game. Sherwood, Paint Branch, incredibly hyped up. Last week, I told you we had a good rivalry. This week, we have another great rivalry. But just for a moment, think about what this means to the players. They've been waiting since the beginning of the pandemic to take this field and go out there and play football in official capacity. And right now, don't want to jinx anything. It's looking like this is the night it's going to happen. All these guys got to come out and play football under the lights tonight, and I think that's a win for everyone. Reporting at Northwest High School in Germantown, Alex Flum, WDVM-25 Sports. With the high school golf season being moved from the fall to the spring, it became a condensed 3-match season with no postseason. But Jake says even though he couldn't compete for a second straight state championship, it was still worth it to come out for one last ride with Walter Johnson. But there's a lot riding on this game for Sherwood and Paint Branch, a chance to finish this condensed season undefeated, a chance to beat their rival from down the road. Well, now he's up to 730, so 29 more stations, and from my understanding, Matt, you continued it. Can you tell me about that?
We did. So
it's been a busy 24 hours in College Park. Yesterday, it was reported that Maryland men's basketball head coach Mark Turgeon would be receiving a contract extension. Now, today, the team added 2 huge players through the transfer portal. His story, it's one of adversity, perseverance, and success. And his story is what's also brought him right here to make a difference. That big storyline we'll be watching is Chase Young and whether he'll be able to get a sack on Tom Brady and if that defense can bring the pressure. Jake and Alif, if they do, you guys will have a good view of it. The Washington football team is just 2 days away from its wild card game against Tampa Bay. The defense will be tasked with stopping the Bucs' high-scoring offense and more specifically, Tom Brady.
I will be watching the ball drop through the basket tonight here at Xfinity Center. At least that's what Maryland is hoping as they try to make it back-to-back wins over ranked opponents in the Big Ten.
You are looking at FedEx Field, the home of the NFC East champion Washington football team, and today's NFC wildcard playoff game between Washington and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Alex Flum. Thank you for joining us for our NFL wildcard special pregame show. Women's basketball team, the Big Ten tournament tips off on March 9th. After that, it's off to the NCAA tournament in San Antonio. Reporting in College Park, Alex Flum, WDVM-25 Sports. This season is all about adjusting to the new normal for student athletes in Montgomery County. When they arrive at school for practice, they'll walk over to stations like this one here at Walter Johnson, and they'll go up to this QR code, scan it with their phone, and fill out a form to confirm that they're symptom-free and to help with contact tracing. Now, Funk says he's already spoken with more than a dozen NFL teams. He would become the latest in a long line of Terps running backs at the highest level. If they can do that, if they can step it up offensively tonight against this tough Severna Park team, They could be the ones bringing the state title back to Montgomery County later tonight. But that's all for now at Regency Furniture Stadium. We'll get you an update on Sherwood and maybe a rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game at 10. We'll see about that. Grace, we'll send it back to you for now. The Sidwell Friends girls basketball team has a trio of star guards. Junior Kiki Rice leads the group.
We have a chance to be really special, so if we push each other every day in practice, that's how we can achieve our full potential.
Jaden Donovan is a sophomore with high expectations for this season.
I say this humbly, but I feel like we could be like one of the best teams in the nation.
And Kendall Dudley, a freshman, is ready to make an impact.
We're all so sophisticated. We know how to play. It's just, there's a connection. Like, even when we play, make the right passes most of the time, make the right shots, and it's fun to play with them.
On the ESPN Top 100 Recruits list, Kiki comes in at number 6 in 2022. Jaden is ranked 11th in 2023, and Kendall, well, she's already on the list for 2024.
They're going to have a great high school career and college career, and I think by the time they get to the WNBA, I mean, the sky's the limit at that point. With the direction that women's sports are going and at the professional level, I think that they all have the potential to be there. You know, they all have the work ethic and the humility to keep, working to get better.
And these stars of tomorrow,
Because we all want the same goal. We all want to win. We all want to, of course, we want to get our state championship.
are ready to make their mark today.
I think we all do know that this season could be really special, and this team will be really special.
Reporting in Washington, Alex Flum, WDVM-25 Sports. Jason Pauley is a methodical golfer.
How hard am I going to hit it, or what angle am I going to hit it, where do I have in mind, and speed I have in mind.
He has a unique ability to just focus on right now and hit this shot.
The 34-year-old has only been playing golf for 6 years.
28.
So before you probably didn't know too much about golf.
I still don't.
And he has a pretty good sense of humor. But the path to the green for Jason wasn't the easiest.
When I was 12 years old, I was in a horrible, horrible, horrible car accident.
We were on vacation down Rehoboth Beach, and my wife and Jason and his brother and a couple of other kids were on their way over to New Jersey to go to the amusement parks.
We were going through a green light, and we had the right of way, and all of a sudden this one Delaware State police officer runs right through a red light and broadsides our truck, and the truck flipped over 2.5 times.
And Jason and my wife were very bad condition, and at the point where they really didn't think they were going to live.
In a challenging time, Jason's dad, PJ, didn't give up hope.
When Jason was in his coma, I used to tell him, don't give up. For any reason, don't give up. He remembers that. He tells me that all the time.
In more than 20 years since the accident, Jason has faced many health challenges and stumbling blocks, but it hasn't stopped him from achieving success on the golf course.
It helps him in every aspect of his life.
After his coma, Jason spent more than a year in a full body cast and was diagnosed with permanent short-term memory loss.
I can remember what happened 20 years ago, but I can't tell you what happened 20 seconds ago.
Looking for a new hobby at 28 years old, Jason took up golf, but due to his injuries, struggled with his swing.
I said, hang on a second, are you willing to try something you might never have done before? But if it works, I think you can have a whole lot of fun with it.
His instructor, Martin Zadravec, brought out some left-handed clubs for Jason, a challenge for the righty.
And immediately he hit 9-iron after 9-iron, got it in the air right away.
He started swinging the golf club. And it was like, ooh, he's pretty good.
Jason got involved with the Special Olympics, and within months, he was a national champion.
It's just one of the biggest accomplishments that I've ever accomplished and done in my life. After the 5 and 6 months that I played golf, literally made me win the United States Special Olympics golf tournament down in St. Lucia, Florida.
It can be defeating sometimes when, you try and you can't do it, and something I can do takes me 2 times to learn how to do, and it might take somebody like Jason, 50 times, but they keep at it.
A great golfer and a better person.
Sometimes I go home smiling just haven't had a chance to be around him.
While Jason inspires others, he says his inspiration is from his dad.
He is my inspiration. He is my goal. He is my father. He is my life. He is the best I got, and he's the best father that you could ever hope for and imagine.
As a parent, you're always proud. But when you have a child that has to overcome things like that, it's happier.
An example that you can do anything, no matter how hard it might seem.
If I've been through it, you've been through it. If I can do it, you can do it. And just believe in yourself and gain confidence. That's all you have to do in your life, is believe in yourself. That's how I do it every day.
Even when it's tough,
Give it to me.
Still making it look easy. Reporting in Silver Spring, Alex Flum, WDVM-TV Sports.
Right on. Oh, thanks, Dad.
Every time Jared Scheinberg puts on his lacrosse gear, he's grateful to play the sport he loves. Richard Montgomery Sr. is extra grateful to be playing his senior season.
I was pretty nervous in the beginning. Then when I stepped on the field for the first time, it was kind of like riding a bike.
The first time he took the field this year, Jared scored.
When I scored, I kind of threw my hands up and I was just like, thank you, like finally, like I'm on the board.
While Jared may have made that goal look easy, the path to get to that goal certainly wasn't. It included 6 months of rehabbing from a major injury. During a club lacrosse game last year, Jared tore his ACL and his meniscus. In November, he underwent reconstruction surgery on his knee.
The first 2 months were pretty rough for me. I definitely did not think that I could have made it.
But he did, and in late May returned to help undefeated RM with their push for a state title.
Him stepping back on the field obviously was one thing, but to see him put one in the back of the net, gave him a big hug on the sideline and told him how proud of him I was, so it was a great moment for everybody.
1, 2, 3, work!
Defying the odds to return, now Jared's ready for a deep playoff run.
It's pretty special to be able to play in a state tournament, so I'm really excited. And yeah, I mean, we'll take it day by day, but we're going to see how far we can take it.
Grateful for every chance he gets on the field. Reporting in Rockville, Alex Flum, WDVM-TV Sports. For Sam Smith, it's a marathon, not a sprint. He's run 7 of them.
Marathons are very, very difficult. At the same time, marathons are a foundation to set an example as a leader.
Sam has autism. He's an example that even if you have a disability, you still have the ability to achieve your goals.
A lot of people think people with disabilities, can't necessarily work out. And Sam, I think, proves that wrong.
In 2013, with Sam's help, Jared Sr. founded Spirit Club in Kensington.
He was really inspiring to me in terms of kind of showing me that everybody can participate in fitness. Sam's spirit is definitely the spirit in Spirit Club.
Sam became the first person with autism to teach a class here at Spirit Club. 8 years later, Sam and Jared have created an exercise environment that works for everyone.
Sometimes they just need to go to a place that makes their life better. Like, for example, right here at Spirit Club, we can make their life better with their fitness and mental health right here.
Jared says that half of the Spirit Club instructors have a disability.
It really does feel amazing, like when I can get out of the day-to-day and look at what's being accomplished and how many people are having a positive experience.
When you realize there's a positive effect on the people that come to our classes, it's like you feel really good about it because you just think about it and you feel that they're feeling good.
Just an example of what going the extra mile to make someone feel included can do. Reporting in Kensington, Alex Flum, WDVM-TV Sports.